bro. This is the arcade game. Bro. This will take your money. Bro. You take you and your bridges all put the money in, bro.
All day.
And then when your bridges hold it down, he says, "Go and get some more money," so you can jump in. This was the arcade game. It was
the arcade game, and the thing is, I've recently just clocked this again because they remade it and released it onto the PS5. So I bought the remake and they made it 4-player as well. So you can obviously go in there with your friends and stuff like that. Yeah, the game is heavy, man.
Bro, bro, somehow the graphics look rubbish now. But back in the day, bro, this on the arcade machine, bro, this was
the
absolute brilliant, bro.
Affinity Xtra, be extra.
Yeah, guys, it's your boy here, Roger Moore and Affinity Xtra, celebrating gospel music, Black Origin. I'm alongside Marx, and we're going to be looking into all things tech. Before we just take the opportunity to do some podcasts out there still anyway. So you're going to look at tech, but we are before the dawn, the pre-dawn or the night before. Apple starts unleashing again, so I'm excited for all the Apple guys while we do it. But hopefully next time I'll have a good test of an M3, the M4 chip. You know what I'm saying, in my device. Think of, would I have beaten you? Have you got M4? Yeah. Which one's the M4? Oh yeah, iPad. Gotta say. But bro, how do you feel about the M5 being already? They're talking about M5 iPad this year. That's not happening this year.
I don't. If they drop it this year, I don't mind if it drops this year. But I won't be getting it because the M4 already for me is the most powerful thing that I've seen, and in terms of what I need to do, it's going to do that. So I won't be getting. I know I say it all the time, bro. I'm telling you, this year I'm definitely not going to get. I'm not getting the new M.
Hopefully, his missus is watching this, man. She's like,
I'm not getting it, man. I'm not getting it.
But they are upgrading Apple TV. But you only just got it the other day, innit?
Yeah. Yeah, I do need another one because I like the idea of having 2 or 3 on different screens around the yard. So I probably will get another one because I've got one in the bedroom. I'll probably get one for downstairs.
Wait to see what they bring out next.
Yeah, see what they do.
I think they're more into the gaming thing they want to work on. So you know what I mean. So we'll check it out from there anyway. But yeah. All right, guys. So, being as there's been some releases. I can talk about cameras because I love my cameras in terms of the FX2 and the Lumix S1 range that they're bringing out the Part 2. So we can go into details with that, but there's only 5 billion videos out there for them. So I would say just do your research and then find out. But before we go back to the reason why we got into tech, a lot of us is because of this thing called games. And the one thing with tech, when I say technology allowed for games to be in our house, but we had to go into arcades to really get to some of the games as well, man. Go in, get arcades. When you go to the fairs, I remember going to Drayton Manor, what place you want £2-3 for is what game, and you only can afford 2-3 players. You have to work out, and just watching people play the games was part of the entertainment as well. So but I'm gonna press the play on the video. I'm gonna see me and Marx if any of these videos jog our memory, but we're gonna watch this and do a little bit of a watch along. I won't hear no sound by purpose. I could do that, but no. I'm gonna leave it with no sound so we can see the visuality, see if we can pick up the games, and see if we got the skill set to do that, man. But let's. I think you'll give it away. But guys, hopefully watch this. I hope you're listening in. If you are listening in, we're gonna be as descriptive as possible. Talk about the reminiscing. We can talk about how that game made us feel back in the day. What did he do? What platform did he play it? Because one thing with games back in the day that you had, depending on the period, you had especially early days, you had Spectrum, Amstrad, and Commodore. Yeah. So you had to have a version for each platform. You know what I'm saying? And then as a bit more later, Atari ST, or you as a Commodore guy person. Which one was you?
I was more of a Commodore person.
You was more Commodore. So you had the Commodore 500, didn't it? You know what I'm saying?
Yep. And 64.
You know what I'm saying? Okay.
Commodore 64.
Commodore 64. Oh, so you saw, So I went ZX Spectrum. I don't know why was ZX. Why did people go for ZX Spectrum?
I'm not sure.
And it has worse graphics.
Did you ever get one called PC Engine?
I remember it. I remember that.
That one is interesting. I never really got into that. But I'm hearing a lot more people talk about it, especially on the retro scene now. So
yeah, man. Remember Neo Geo?
Yeah.
That was
Yeah, yeah.
expensive, bro. It was literally an arcade machine. It's absolutely crazy. But anyway, let's get this going on. Right, so I'm going to click this. You should be able to see that in the screen. So we've got the screen in between me and Mark's. And we're going to hit play and see what it comes up. So the top 25 1980s arcade games. Now, bear in mind, I don't expose ages, but I'm coming up to 50. Mark's is I'm dragging him along with me. So Mark's may have missed out on a couple of these. You would say? Would you say 80s?
I don't know. We'll take a look and see.
We'll see if he knows. Okay, number 25. What game you reckon this is? Oh, Super Hang-On 1987. Oh, good, it's coming up. Bro, Super Hang-On, bro. Oh my god, this game was a game, bro.
Yeah.
Yo, bro, you played this?
This one, and there was another bike one similar to it. But,
Road Rash.
Yeah. I think I played more Road Rash.
Yeah. But yeah, bro, the skill set. Look at the graphics. Oh my goodness sake, bro. Nah, what was this? I'm sure I did this on the Mega Drive, though. I'm sure this on the Mega Drive.
Yeah, it might be Mega Drive.
Yeah. Wow. And the joke is, all they did is it's the same track faster, but with different color. At each level, and more vehicle, more bikes on it. Yeah, bro.
And the bikes has increased. And
that's what I'm saying. You have to go to the checkpoint, bro. How many games are like that? Number 24. What they say? Oh, okay, this is above my pay grade. What you saying, bro? You play this?
I think I have played this, but it looks like one I played on the Commodore. I'm not sure what one this is again.
It comes from Xanon game anyway, so yeah. But like these games, bro, I weren't a fan of. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I like when you get so far, bro, and you mash up, I just get vexed, bro. I feel like I'm just not on it. But you know what? Them shit, like absolute classic. That kind of format, going across, shooting them up. But you know, we got nickel. Yeah. Basically, it's like a variation of Space Invaders, isn't it?
It is, yeah. I mean, it's funny. I'm looking at this now. For some reason, it's reminding me of Lilac Wars on the 64. Just in terms of the design of the
Lilac
game.
Wars. He's not even called it by its European name. Paperboy. This was a classic on that Commodore Amiga.
Yeah. That was such a classic. It made it onto some of the other systems like the Super Nintendo and whatnot as well.
This used to get 94%, 95%. They loved. Bro, this game was so loved. It was crazy. Paperboy was so loved. Absolutely loved. I don't know why, but being a paperboy, I don't know if because we were paperboys. I think that's the job. You know,
paper rounds,
man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Paperboy was a popular game, guys. You wouldn't believe it. The game was all about you throwing papers into the people's yards.
Literally.
Bro, man must think it was sad, bro. That's how. 22. Let's a look. Fantasy Zone.
I never played this one.
No. This reminds me. Yeah. It looks like Flappy Bird, doesn't it?
You know what? It looks like Flappy Bird in terms of the animation and stuff like that. But in terms of the little ship shooting, it kind of reminds me of R-Type.
Yeah. It's like a more kiddie version of R-Type, isn't it?
Yeah. Pretty much.
Yeah, man. Bro, when you had some geeks that were on this, bro, they would smash it, bro. Yeah, this person who's playing this knows what he's doing anyway. You can tell.
Well, he probably like had a number of turns and just put the best ones on the video.
Yeah. Marx is devaluing the person, you know. Remember End the Level Baddies, bro? That's the one, bro.
See, this is definitely looks like an R-Type kiddie version, but yeah.
21. Pole position. Yo, pole position, bro.
That in terms, especially if you was like an into F1 racing, that this was the game to get.
Bro, I had got this on my Commodore Amiga. And I remember I tried the gears. And it was like, bro, they can't burn tires around the corner. I stuck to automatic after that.
You know what always used to get me was the sound of the wheels when it used to go around the corner.
Yeah,
like you're proper burning wheels.
Yeah, boy. Pole position. Yeah. Guys, you don't know, like said pole position. Well, listen, guys, just comment, tell us, man. You know what I'm saying? If you guys remember this game, but I played this game, and yeah, that game was world record. Your record, please, bro. Okay, 20. Rampage. Rampage.
I was very much aware of this game. I watched people play it, but I never actually played it
I never
myself.
played it, bro.
Yeah, it never interested me for some reason.
Yeah, when we used to go arcade, and you see Rampage, and you said, I'm not really going to put 20p into this or 10p.
There was too many other games I wanted to play. Rampage was never high on the list for me.
And they got the Rampage, the movie came out. Yeah, and you got and there were Rampage games coming out on later platforms and more 3D versions. So Rampage was an iconic game for some reason. I don't know how it got iconic. Yeah, Rampage. I just never got into this.
No, nor did I.
Number 19. The 19. Defender.
Yeah.
Yes,
I love Defender.
You loved it. Okay.
Defender.
I again, guys, these type of games, guys, I just haven't got. I don't know what it is. You gotta have. Yeah, it just didn't work for me.
You know what it is? I think I fell in love. There was a game very similar to Space Invaders that I had on the Commodore, and it made me fall in love with that kind of like arcade style, like shoot,
especially when you can go forward and go back and in your Rainbow Island.
See, for me, this is like the brother of like Alex the Kid.
Yeah, the big brother, ain't it? Yeah. Well, the child of Alex the Kid. You know what I'm saying? But that game was. Bro, this is another high percentage game, bro. Wasn't this a Commodore Amiga? Yeah, man. Guys, this game was a top percentage game back in the day. High percentage.
I play this now.
I wouldn't.
Rainbow, the end time bosses, the end game bosses.
Bro, Rainbow right now, bro. Jeez, this game would get battened by Farage, bro. But I wouldn't want no Rainbow Island. Yeah, bro, Rainbow. Bro, that was a top game, man. I remember the reviews. Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
I played this on the Nintendo.
Yeah.
The original Nintendo. Yeah. And my friend had a Nintendo, and I went down his house. He didn't even know what he was doing, Malcolm Maddox, man. And he had this Nintendo, and he bought it out, man. This big, massive block thing, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And we were playing it. It was going, yo.
That's exactly what I played it on.
Do you find when you go back to these games, you complete it much easier?
Some of them. So I've recently tried to go back to some games here, right? And I'm still getting worked the same way I got worked when I was a kid. You would think that because you got a better understanding of games, you're gonna go there and just rinse it. But no, these games were not designed just for like people to just rinse it. Don't matter what ages, but they're good games.
But that was Mario's debut. Yeah. And Donkey Kong was man. That's the thing. Shadow Dancer. Now, where did I play this game? Shadow Dancer. You know this game?
I think I played
I bought this
Nintendo
game.
games as well, you know.
Is this Nintendo?
I think it came before then, but that's when I played it.
A Nintendo?
On one of the Nintendo's consoles, I think it was. Or was it on the Sega consoles?
But for me, it was a fake Shinobi.
Yeah.
100%.
100%.
But I played Shadow Dancer. Was it Mega Drive I played this on? Did you ever have a Mega Drive?
Yeah. It might be Mega Drive.
It looks very Mega Drive-y.
Yeah, it does. It looks very Mega Drive-y.
Yeah, man. Look at him ending over. You know the ones you have to jump over, bro. You jump it over the attack. Yeah, that looks like that. Yeah, that's that.
The special moves, man.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, that looks like Mega Drive all day long. Okay, 15. Shadow Dancer. That was a decent game back then, bro. This is the arcade game. Bro. This is taking money. Bro. You take you and your bridges all put the money in, bro.
All day.
And then when your bridges hold it down, he says, "Go and get some more money so you can jump in." This was the arcade game.
It was the arcade game, and the thing is, I've recently just clocked this again because they remade it and released it onto the PS5. So I bought the remake and they made it 4-player as well. So you can obviously go on there with your friends and stuff like that. Yeah, the game is heavy, man.
Bro, bro, somehow the graphics look rubbish now. But back in the day, bro, this on the arcade machine, bro, this was absolute brilliant, bro. Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles. Yeah,
anything Turtles, I was interested in.
14. Space Harrier. Yep, played this. Yep, Mega Drive all day long. Hard game. Hard game. Was it? No, what was this? No, Copy Master System?
They don't make games like this no more. I think if they did games like this now, people would still play them. Not obviously the same graphics, like updated, but just in terms of the style of game.
It's like a consistent speed, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, no, you don't have no control of the speed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it'll speed up on you. And you're like, look at this, bro. Man's been playing at that speed back then. Yeah, man, we kind of, and then every time you almost make it, you got to end the level body to deal with. Crazy. Absolute crazy game. Number 13.
Oh,
Double Dragon,
Had to be
guys.
Double
Yeah,
Dragon in
bro.
there, man.
Like, I even remember doing that, man. With the knees, bro.
I think Double Dragon 2 was the best one for me. That's what I really enjoyed. But Double
arcade
Dragon was
machines
really good,
into your platform that they did what they porting, converted it, man.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, man. And this was, is it, would you say it's a beat them up?
Yeah, definitely beat him up.
Yeah,
Definitely beat him up.
Would you say this is probably the first?
It's a scroll, isn't it?
I think I can't think of one before it that I think this set the tone for beat them ups.
Yeah.
And he could do the roundhouse.
Yeah. I mean, in terms of...
Nothing was really before it, bro.
There was a game called Best of the Best. I'm trying to think if that came before Double Dragon. I don't think it did.
I don't think it did.
No.
I think Double Dragon was the first of that type. Absolute classic. Chase HQ. Oh,
this was a game.
Oh,
bro.
goodness sake, bro.
This was
a game. This is
the only thing I'll say about things like Chase HQ, right,
go on.
is that racing games were so popular back in there that pretty much all the games were very similar. They just had different skins.
Yeah.
So like your Outrun and like your
This was
Chase
an
HQ.
arcade machine, is it?
Yeah. But a lot of them were similar. It's like scrolling, fast forward, dodging the cars. It's just like the actual scenery is different.
And you remember when the police is chasing you down and blocking you down? Yo, Chase HQ. Bro. Yo. Man, he had a black man in the police car. Number 11. Let's see what if Oh, let me go back a second. In the midst of the title of that one, Shinobi. You see that? Watch it. I knew I saw something. The guy messed up on the thing there.
That came so
quick.
quick.
Yeah. Shinobi.
Yeah.
I think it was Shinobi. I got this on the Spectrum and it was only two color graphics, but this is an absolute classic. And they're doing a remake of it now, isn't it? Yeah. Shinobi. So if you don't know, guys, if you play Shinobi now, this is the foundation.
Like, many
but how do you play these games? Look.
The Ninja games, Ninja Gaiden, and all these films, they all came from these earlier Shinobis.
Bro, Shinobi, bro. And the level bad. Yeah. You gotta wait. You gotta find a little spam on these guys, isn't it? Yeah. How do you kill him? And the thing is, you have to get there, you know what I mean? I mean, you gotta work out. Did you ever get the magazines and you have to find out how to do each part level? Yeah. You read it through.
You used to get those magazines all
man,
the time,
number 10. Let's see, number 10.
Get your little sweetie with Gallagher. Yeah. Gallagher was the game. Very much like your Space Invaders. Just shoot from the bottom, take them out.
See, you played this one?
Yeah. In fact, I've got it on my my phone now.
Oh my!
I think, in fact, I've got it on the PlayStation as well. They released a version on the PlayStation, so yeah, it's a big game.
I'm looking at this part now. I might have played it, but like, boy, I ain't gonna lie, people. I played. Listen, guys, let us know any of these Gallagher if anybody recognizes it or whatever. So number, you know what I mean? It's still good. Yeah. But I'm looking at the pace of it, bro. Jeez, man, we had reaction speeds on this, bro. You know what I mean?
You had to.
You know what I'm saying? Absolute reaction speeds are crazy. Look at that, bro. You missing them little things in one lick. That's what I couldn't handle, man. Number 9. Golden Axe.
Love that game.
Bro.
That was a Sega.
Yo, bro.
Sega,
man. Yeah. The barbarian, the dwarf.
Yeah.
Or the lady girl. The lady in it, yeah? And you can go in the little man. Man. Oh my goodness sake. Yeah, man.
Yeah, Golden Axe.
Once you got on that, man, you're winning, bro.
Yeah.
And you got magic and everything. Jeez. Go. That takes me back, bro. Take up the manager. Yeah, take up the magic. Jeez, I don't make games like this anymore.
Not anymore at all.
Yeah, man. Bring down the magic. Bring it and one up the guy. Jeez. Yo, gold, absolutely.
Yeah.
Number
I spent
8.
so much time on Golden Axe.
Yeah.
Bubble
Bubble.
I know Bubble. I never really played it too tough, but I'm very aware of it.
That is, guys, you have to recognize this game, Bubble was an absolute classic. Bubble was getting 99%. Literally best. I don't know why we give these games so high. But bro, this was getting bare percentages. Because I used to buy the magazines, man, and I used to see what they used to give them. Bro, I think they made baggers of money off of some magazines, bro.
Yeah, a load of things. The thing is, you used to get little treats as well. I don't know what ones you used to get, but the ones I used to buy used to come with little treats as well.
Bro,
you used to get sweets, little toy.
Remember the demo discs?
Mm-hmm.
Demo discs, demo tapes.
Yep.
Oh my goodness sake. Just to give you a tease of the game,
Yeah.
Number 7. Ghouls and Ghosts classic. Sega, you got this Sega experience. Capcom game, Ghouls and Ghosts, absolute, again, another classic.
Saying, like, these kind of games were just so good. Like, I mean, I love playing games now, but if I'm honest, there's a lot of games which I play now were never as enjoyable and as some of these classic games were when I played them.
Yeah, I think that's why Nintendo still wins, because they still respect the old school element of playing.
Yeah.
They don't devalue it, where I feel like PlayStations and games are just focusing on how many angles you can move, and they just gone to stupid gameplay. As much as it's cool, look at this simple gameplay, simple but effective. Ghouls and Ghosts, man. Number 6. You happy so far with the numbers they're picking up?
Yeah.
Operation Wolf.
Yeah.
I got this on a ZX Spectrum, bro, black and white, and I had the light going. I'm a 128K. Listen. Listen, bro. This is a game. I feel like we're gonna go.
Yeah.
Man, shut the girl.
You look at all the.
Man, shut the girl.
You look at all these games and you realize how much they set the tone for ones to come. To like, I've played shooting games like Time Crisis and stuff like that. Yeah. So these all were the ones that kind of set the tone from back in the day before they came out.
Remember when you had the gun that shakes like that? When you play Operation Wolf, you go in the arcade, you go boom, and you feel the gun. But Time Crisis, they got one where you can press a pedal. Is it Time Crisis? The Sega's got one.
No, you're right. In the arcade machine, Time Crisis, you have to press the pedal to reload.
Outrun. Classic Sega arcade. Yeah. I think this was not the first of its type. I think this, bro, everywhere you go, even today, you can go and get and play Outrun in the arcade machine.
Outrun was more. I think was that a Capcom game? I can't remember who the producer of it was, because it was on the Mega Drive as well as the
arcade,
the Nintendo as well.
Okay, it was on both.
Yeah, it was on both. Yeah.
Okay,
so some games were not just exclusive to one console. They did hit some others.
But this is a big arcade hit.
Yeah, it was
absolutely big arcade hit.
But it's like I'm saying, it's like you're literally just dodging cars and the scenery is different. But a lot of these driving games then are very similar.
R-Type.
Yeah. Obviously, I mentioned that earlier.
R-Type is the great one.
Yeah.
It's not the first. It was the.
But it was.
It was like when.
It took it to the next level.
Yeah. Basically, this is. You could still play this now. All they're gonna do with this game, and I think they've done it so many times with this game, is just gave it a shine.
Yeah.
Just shine up, upgrade the graphics, and just play on, because that gameplay is absolutely classic of R-Type.
I think what made
R-Type so good, end level body. It's classic end level body. This one is.
What made it so good? R-Type was like, obviously all the other shooting games similar to that. A lot of them didn't have as much weaponry as R-Type. So R-Type was one of the first ones to have various different shooting things that you can get. So it was really good.
Strider.
Yeah, I remember Strider.
I remember it, but I never played it.
So Strider was another Capcom game. It's funny. It's like the last time I saw Strider, because it was so popular, it made it into Street Fighter. So he became a character in one of the Street Fighter Capcom games. Yeah. So Street Fighter versus Capcom, you can play as Strider, but this was definitely one of the big games, man, in terms of when it came out. 100%.
I remember it, but I never played it, bro. Was this on Nintendo or was it Mega Drive as well?
It was on both.
Nah, man, I remember Strider, but I never played it.
This game was big.
Boy, that ended up bad. It looks serious. Number 2. Let's see where it causes number 2. Final fight. Oh, bro. Yo, that maneuver there, man. Lift the man up, man. Basically, this is Street Fighter on the streets, you know what I mean? Final fight is just.
They're saying Final Fight. Are they going to make Streets of Rage number 1? I wonder. The Streets of Rage was big as well, man.
Yeah. Oh, this level. I've sure got Final Fight. I feel like playing it now, man.
Streets of Rage or Street Fighter must be number 1 then in terms of arcade games.
Look at all these baddies, man. I remember these old
Hagar. What was the name of that guy there?
Yeah, boy. Yeah, man. The indie level baddies, bro. And in their Final Fight, I had in the Commodore Amiga.
And you could always, and the thing is, you always knew this was Capcom because Capcom kept the same kind of energy bars they did in Street Fighter, the same red and yellow.
Yeah.
Street Fighter as well.
Honorable mentions, you know.
Big Doug, I never played that one.
There's no honor in this one, mate. I gotta see this. I can't see this at all. You know what? You go online and find it. Rastion.
I feel like I played. Yeah, I did play this one. Yeah, I think this was one. This was one of the older consoles as well. Like
you have to get
Atari
or import or something like that.
Mario Brothers. Yeah.
Yo, that's not a mention. That's a decent. That should be in the top 25. Yeah. Dragon's Lair. They had a big thing over this because you had all these cartoon things. Yeah. That was a massive game back in the day. Gauntlet. Oh my life. No, that's a game.
That's the thing. Is like
I'll play that now, bro. I'll play that now. I'll play that now.
Should be in there.
Altered Beast.
Yeah.
Nah, Gauntlet is my game, guys. That was my game. Yeah, Altered Beast. That was when, yeah.
Wonder Boy and Monsterland, yep.
Yeah, Wonder Boy was my thing, man. But say that, I did get high reviews.
Wonder Boy was good.
Vigilante, oh boy.
I never played this one.
I never played this at all, blood. That looked like one that failed.
That one, yeah, that's what I'd say. That one wouldn't have been as popular as the Streets of Rage or the...
Okay, I'm going to number 1. What is it number 1 is?
Pac-Man. Interesting. Oh. Well, it's the top 25 arcade games. Like maybe. I mean, yeah, you know what? If I'm being honest, Pac-Man probably does have to be because Pac-Man was out there like even before my time. So probably has to be.
I don't know how you feel about that, people. Yeah, but Pac-Man was an end. But when I missed out, is Streets of Rage?
Yeah, no Streets of Rage, no Street Fighter.
But it's 80s. Streets of Rage 80s.
I don't know.
I was 13 when it came through. Streets of Rage was late 80s.
Let me see. Yeah. Streets of Rage.
If Final Fight's on there, Streets of Rage should be on there.
When was Streets of Rage released? 1991. Oh, that's why.
That's why, isn't it? Yeah. See, guys, I got my great knowledge kicked in there. Great guess, more like. That's crazy. Now, Streets of Rage is absolutely it's absolute rage one. All right, guys. So, yeah, man. So what would you say back then, bro? Like, you gotta look at the machines back then in the 80s, yeah, still, yeah. So if we're looking at machines that we were playing games on, so literally, I was going into the 80s. I was 4 years old. So, the first time I saw a gaming machine was just the one that you could play tennis on. I can't remember. It was orange. I think everybody had it in the house, and it was a speed like a dial. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Just a dial, and we would play tennis. And my first machine was my first game and whatever. It was a Spectrum, and my first game was How It Goes Skiing.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah.
And How It Goes Skiing. If I bring that up, I don't know. But you never had it, Spectrum? Did you?
No, I never had a Spectrum.
I said How It Goes Skiing. Yeah. Yeah. So if I put that through, right? So let me set that up. So let me just bring this up. Yes, How It Goes Skiing, guys, was the game that we started. So if you guys don't know, let me just bring out. Yeah, just took over the screen. You remember sorry. Did you have a cassette tape?
Yeah.
Okay, so you know what? You know about. I have to do this now, guys, just so you know. Yo, 1982. Why didn't that make it? But how it's go ski. So the objective is first of all to get your skis. Yeah. Across the thing, Bob. And obviously you plug into this game. You run through, and I was at the top. Yeah, at the top, and you have to work your way down.
Okay.
Yeah, pick up the skis. Now they make it look. You know how we could never get across.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? You know, so we spent hours trying to get across this road. Jeez, that man got through quick. And then he get to the skiing part.
Yeah. See, I never played this.
That was the game. Bro. And we were stuck on it, bro.
Yeah,
Holidays, you installed it, bro, and you play it, and this was the game. Really, we got to this part. We're just trying to get across the streets. Absolutely crazy. Boy, these games.
See, my first two consoles was the Commodore 64 and the NES. And those games, the games I used
But the Commodore 64 wasn't really a console. It was a computer.
Yeah, it was a computer, but it came out a year before the NES. So I literally, the first game I played on the Commodore 64 was like a Space Invaders kind of game. And then,
did you feel that our parents bought us the Commodores and the ZX Spectrums because it was meant for education and we used it for games? They invested in that education.
No,
come on, admit it, bro. Admit it, man.
I think on
he's scared his
I tell you why,
family's gonna cost him.
My mum was never wanting to tech and stuff like that. She, even up to today, she doesn't understand it in the way that she should. So anything like that was bought in the house is because I drove it in to them that I wanted this particular thing, and I always made it very clear that I wanted to play games.
But part of the selling point, so your selling point wasn't you can do word processing.
No, I made it very clear that I wanted to play games. I wanted to play games. And the thing is, and I think it helped because I was always like, from a kid, I was always very smart. I did well in school from young, from like primary going through. So whenever I asked for things, if they could, they generally got it because I was doing well anyway. There was no reason for them to kind of like keep certain things away from me to make me go and study more because I was really studying. I was the kind of kid that would come home and I would just literally go and do my homework and then do it. They wouldn't have to tell me. So they didn't even have that problem. So if I wanted to play games, I'd play games.
It's that Caribbean upbringing. You know, when they say, "Well, us born here, we're too lazy." Yeah, I mean, we don't think of the implications.
Yeah, I got the NES, and then I had a game called Defenders of the Crown. That game, I spent hours on that game. That was basically a game that was, the simplest way to think of it is it was a game which was based on your back in the day times of like your Robin Hoods, King Arthur's.
You played this foolishness.
Kind of yeah, that's what I'm saying. I played that. That was my first game. And you basically, so basically the story is that the king has died and all the lands are now open to all the lords to try and see who gain control. So you're one of the lords that have to go and control.
Oops, sorry.
You're one of the lords that have to go and control the land.
So guys, I'm gonna bring it up.
Like,
we got the ability to, so we're gonna use this ability to, because this. Yeah, so as we talk about it, we want you to understand what Marx is on about, man. It's like, what on earth, you know? These dead free games. I think I remember doing. Let's get past it. Let's look. So you play this foolishness?
Yeah, you play it, and you have to go and do like this one day. You have to go and do jousting against other lords, and if you win the jousting, then
how would he joust? You just press the button. It's
yeah, you'd angle the D-pad towards the person, and you press the button to attack, and then you're done, and then they'll fall off, and then you get into a battle with your shield and with the stick.
Sorry, I'm just not feeling this, bro.
That's what I'm saying, bro. This is like classic back in the day.
In a fight for Catherine, you know.
And the thing, you decide like, how many knights do you want to buy? How many like catapults do you want to buy to attack castles? And yeah, hey, you have to come and juke, man, with the sword. Get into the castle.
I was skimming through it. I'm like, what on earth? So you telling him to fight, or
no? You're controlling him. You're the one making him fight.
You make him fight.
Yeah, you have to like defend yourself. Be juking, man.
Yo,
taking over the castle.
Man's on a QT, A, D, Z, and space bar.
Yeah,
you
bro,
know what?
listen. So yeah, so this was one of my first games that I played, man. Defenders of the Crown. That game was classic.
Okay, cool. I'll show you one of the most classic games for me is for strategy. And I had it on the Mega Drive. Is it Mega Drive I had it? No, Master System. No, Master System. I still got it. Yeah. I did show it when I had it before. Master System. Populous. Yo, brethren. Yo, this game. Let me bring it up. All right. This game was you got. I mean, I'm not saying I got God complex, yeah, but you would have to, you know what I mean, control like it was before SimCity, you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, and it was like this world games and Populous was massive. Like you point around, you got humans, and you say what you want to do, and you build up land and all that business. So I don't know if that's a type of what you got there, bro, but yeah, I'll build people up and see around. Well, Populous was popular.
Yeah. You know, another game that I really rinsed, and it wasn't that popular. I think I kind of stumbled against it. No, in fact, I stumbled across it because I think my mum just bought me a random game. I wanted a new game. She just bought me this random game. She probably picked up the cheapest one. And it probably became my most played game for a very long time. Yeah, it's called Rock and Roll Racing. And I literally played that game like every day I came from school. Anytime I had free time, I was there playing Rock and Roll Racing.
On the SNES?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness sake. Yo, bro, that was a game.
Yeah.
Yo, I had that on the Spectrum. Yo, I had this game on the Spectrum, but it's a SNES version. Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
I had this as a demo, bro, and I thought that this style of games was crazy.
I literally rinsed this game like for hours and hours, man.
Bro. Yeah,
so,
guys.
This one had me locked.
Yeah, boy. This game, man.
Yeah.
And you can catch the people up in it because there's things on there, armored power up.
Yeah.
Yo, bro, this is the game.
So that was the game for me. And if it wasn't that one, because I think during that period, especially in the 80s, you had a lot of, one of the biggest things in terms of pop culture was martial arts movies. So you had all the kung fu's and whatnot that was going on. So one of the games that I got into was called Best of the Best. It was the Best of the Best karate game, yeah. And again, spent hours on that game to the point that even recently when I started getting into retro gaming with using modern day technology, I downloaded that game as well for me to play. Yeah, that's the one there.
Okay. So guys, we put this up because we put out receipts, we discussing the journey, we're gonna put it out there still, yeah. Well, that's the best of the best.
So this was one of the ones for me. Like you could literally do the kicks, and I got that game around about the same time. Yeah, I got that game around about the same time where you had like some of those classic like Van Damme movies, like
Bloodsport,
and all them.
Sorry, mum. He was watching Bloodsport.
So,
which is 18.
So Bloodsport, and there's no one that did Bloodsport, and then he did another one.
Like Platoon.
I can't remember what it was called now, but obviously Van Damme was one of the big guys in terms of martial arts.
Yeah.
So this got me into these kind of games, and like, I spent hours doing it. And then you see the lights at the top is your life. So like, as you're taking hits, the lights going down on your side, and you know you're close to dying. But yeah, these were the games for me, man.
Yo, this games, yeah. I'm thinking now, what age? When was I? When I was 12, I was coming into the 80s, very into the 80s. There's games. I tell you what, iconic. See, we all know. We mentioned about Streets of Rage and how impactful that was. To us at that period there. I think that I'm just thinking about other games that I was really on.
We just did that top 25. I think two games are okay. So the
Back
two
in the
games
day
which
games.
I probably played a lot. They weren't arcade games, which is why they weren't on the list. But Flashback and Zelda.
Let's look at the Flashback because everybody knows Zelda.
Flashback. I had that on the Commodore.
That was on the SNES. Oh my, sorry guys. I believe that this brother had too much time on his hands. Yeah, I don't care what anyone says. I'm looking at these games. These are the games that Roger never played. Got a big screen on this. Yeah, so Flashback. Yo, this was a big game. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Yeah, and it pauses. You don't know where you're going down to, it pauses. Yeah, guys. I was smiling because I played a demo of it. I had it on the Commodore Amiga demo.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that's what I played it on. Like, I didn't actually have it on the SNES. I had it on the Commodore. But yeah, this game was a big game.
This is very much on the mode of Prince of Persia.
Yeah, in terms of like you're jumping around and adventuring, it is definitely like that. It felt a lot like, if I was to the kind of storyline felt very similar to the kind of thing you would see maybe like a Arnold Schwarzenegger in back in the day, like a Total Recall kind of adventure. Total Recall,
yeah,
kind of stuff. You're gone, you have to go and complete a mission. Because obviously here you start in the jungle, but you end up in the city.
Yeah,
and then like
No, that was and you actually spent time on that game, sugar.
Yeah, bro.
Is it? Is it Supercars, the game?
Could be.
Game 2020, 80s.
There's quite a few of them. Rad Racer, that was another top one.
There's a game where it was retro. Oh goodness sake, 80s. Let's put it 80s game on the Spectrum. There's a game where you had above view, and I can't remember. Oh yes. Please tell me it's this one here. Can't believe I remember the name. Oh my gosh, bro. This is, sorry people, I keep leaving the side off. This is a game. This one here.
I don't think I played this one.
Yo.
Oh, wow. Yeah. That is retro,
bro. Above view was serious, bro.
Yeah.
Yo, people can't believe this. You got the body, you got the fuel, you got the tires, engine. Jeez. Crazy.
Wow.
But speed, but it gets faster. You gotta go in the shop and buy stuff and whatever from the lady.
Yeah.
And you buy a retro super and whatever. And bro, by the time you get to the higher levels, bro, you're moving the seats moving faster now. Yeah, boy, this is the game, bro.
Yeah, I never played this one. I never played that one.
This is the ZX. But there was a game, football games. What's the experience of football games? We talk about football games.
Oh, there's so many, man.
Bro,
I mean, if you're going back in the day.
All right. So, guys, we're gonna go in now. Football games now.
So there was one, I can't remember the name of it, but it used to be like big head players.
Okay, I'm going before that. Yeah? Striker. Manager. Spectrum.
I need to Google it because I can't remember the one I used to think called.
Yes, this is the game. This now I'm going back. Sorry guys, I'm getting excited because I'm this is going back. I played this game, bro, and we had to save where we were, bro. So you play a game and you're striker manager 90.
Okay, yeah.
But it's 1991. Okay, cool, that late. Jeez. Nah, that can't be real. Jeez. So back in the day, you get this and you record where you are. You look at Warsaw Division 4, Stoke 4, contract, 25 grand a year, bro. 4-year contract, 3-year contract. So you decide which one you want to do. And then you play the game. And then there you are, bro. You select your team. Where is it now? So the gameplay, you put your name in, you do all that stuff there, bro. And it's what I'm saying to you. You're watching the game, bro. So you're watching the game, Halifax Town.
Is it like more like a football manager kind of thing?
Yeah, it's a football manager.
Oh, okay.
But then the joke is you gotta wait though, bro, because all of a sudden you'll be playing the game and then you get a chance to score. But you gotta press the S button, interception, and you're gonna shoot. And look at this.
Yeah.
And you see that there?
That's bad, bro. That is bad.
You're waiting for that moment, bro. You're waiting for that.
See, the one I played was
okay. Go on.
I think no, this is one of them, but there was one other one I played before. I can't remember what it was called, but
Go on,
this one
let's
is
go.
called Soccer League Winners' Cup.
Ooh, I heard of this. Soccer League.
Yeah,
What
Soccer League
platform was
Winners'
that on?
Cup. This one was on a few of them.
Soccer League.
Winners' Cup 1988.
Winners Cup.
Yeah, put 1988, you'll probably come up.
Soccer League.
Yes.
Soccer League.
Soccer League Winners' Cup. Type in video game at the end, maybe.
Yeah. Oh yeah, true. There's a lot of NES.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. Is this it?
That one there, I think.
This one. Oh, this one here, isn't it?
That one? Yeah.
Oh my goodness sake, yo. If you say bless him, Lord, bless him. You know what I'm saying? Yo, this is yeah, boy. Oh my days, but the dribble is real, you know, bro.
The ball disappeared, bro.
Bro, you know how much effort it takes to get the shot off, and you like this go for corner.
Yeah.
See, the joke is when you're doing all the celebrations, that style of shape and that football that went through right into international superstar soccer.
Yeah.
This was arcade football style of football, very.
Because games like that I used to play a lot. Sensible Soccer was another one.
Yeah. But I'm going before Sensible Soccer. You remember I had my Italian 90. Yeah. So Italian 90, guys. We did show you the game, but I don't think I showed you the graphics. Yeah, so if you go Italian 90, now Italian 90 football 90 game, I'm gonna put down a ZX Spectrum. So you guys need to understand why man call football heritage, because we had to play the football game, with two colors. US gold, you know. US gold was a thing. Look at that. You thinking, yes, got 5 colors on here. And if you get 1990, you know, bro. 1990? Jeez. And it's getting gassed over 128k kilobytes. Yeah, friendly, whatever. So you go through it now, you set up and you're ready to go. Keyboard. Yeah, I think you have to play. Look at that, man. You pick your teams, man, like that, bro. Oh my god.
Yeah, classic look.
You know what I'm saying? And the joke is, the players, Brazil had Correca in it. You know what I'm saying? So you had all the players in there. Pick your team, bro. Bro, you pick your team. Look at that, bro. Oh, bro. This is the graphics. How are you meant to know how to play football like this, bro? It's absolute torture.
How can you even tell what team is yours?
Bro, you had to have skill just by the arrow. Look at that. You don't even know who's there.
Yeah.
Bro, this was my fundamentals of gaming football. Was on this.
Crazy, man.
Go. Bro.
Oh gosh.
Listen, guys. How do you go from there? But
it's kind of criminal though that they made it like that, considering that they had access to other colors by then. They could have put more colors into it.
But it's Spectrum, bro. ZX Spectrum. You just give man 2 color and said they'd be cool. If it's Commodore Amiga, use more bougie than me. You know what I'm saying? But we had the ZX Spectrum. You know what I'm saying? And my cousin had the Spectrum 20, the 24 one, the first original one. You know what I'm saying? And then he said, yeah, get them the Spectrum. So we had the 48K one. It's just like, yo, is it good for education? Yeah, that's what they cared about, man. You know what I'm saying? Didn't want it for games. If it's you know what I'm saying? Once you heard the Commodore and it's a game, it is crazy. But which one was first? Was Kickoff before Sensible Soccer?
Oh, that's a good question. That is a good question. I'm not sure. Let's see. Sensible Soccer, Kickoff. Who knows?
Yeah, bro. It's Texas. Let's have a look. Kickoff. Yep. Kickoff. That's a classic. Kickoff 2, you know.
The first Sensible Soccer was 1992.
1992?
Yeah. 1992. When was Kickoff then?
Right. Right, let's have a look. Look at this, bro. This gameplay is legal. Look at this. You can't dribble like the traditional ways. This is what you know what, bro. This was on the Commodore Amiga. These graphics. Oh my god, it's terrible, bro. How do we do this?
The thing is that back in the day, like this was like the best thing. You could spend hours and hours,
bro. And there were different variants of these versions of this.
And you have to work out the best way to score because sometimes them keepers used to save everything, man.
Bro.
But once you figure out the angles, you can just score for fun.
And the thing is, you can kill the ball with this now. You know what I'm saying? So you can kick it and curl it. Yeah. You wait for the man to dive and then you shoot. Guys, man, this is football heritage. You know the one there still, yeah? This is the difference between, new boy.
And it was so different to when I used to play the first, like, FIFAs, boy.
Yeah. Let's get this up. So let's have a look at the last classic from the era, which is Sensible Soccer. We have to. It's not even an honorable mention. You cannot miss out. Sensible Soccer was the soccer. Let's have a look. Oh goodness sake! Yeah, this he just took it serious. The gameplay, everything.
I think this is the first football game that I owned where I used to do like massive like tournaments with my friends.
Okay,
everyone used to come around and we used to rinse this Sensible Soccer.
Bro,
no one was allowed to be any team other than if it was my team, boy.
Man, they had different versions of this. Absolute guys.
There was a cheat code where if you go to the top of the midway line, you can like score, like do a long shot.
Yeah, man.
This person ain't pulled it off yet on the video.
Look at that curl. Oh, yeah, man. Yeah. You was doing Robbins before Robbins, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's the way it goes. But no, guys. That was just an absolute class. And just a couple honorable mentions of there's always going to be honorable mentions. But I don't think nobody talks about this game. Lotus Esprit. Let's see if it's got it. Let me see. Why do I put Lotus Esprit like it's like I'm going to get the game straight away? Yeah, bro. And this is what
this is very similar to Rad Racer for me.
This is the thing is there was a model. There's a model of how to do football driving games, which they just improved on what we saw with Outrun. This is what I'm saying to you, Outrun. You know what I mean? They just put variants to it, but this was a classic on the Commodore Amiga.
Yeah.
These bike games like Road Rash, bro, absolute classics.
Yeah, like I said, this game, whenever I saw it, I just saw, because I think it's probably because the cars were the same color. I always used to just see Rad Racer. But Rad Racer, I think, was was Rad Racer like an NES? So like not even Super Nintendo, just like the original.
Rad Racer?
Yeah.
R-A what?
R-A-D then Racer.
Sorry guys, I weren't a Nintendo guy. Okay. Yeah, I think I remember this game. Alright. Let's look. Yeah. Basically it's their attempt, because I'm sure Outrun wasn't on a Nintendo, was it? It wasn't. It was Sega. It was Sega, man. So this is their their version of trying to. And obviously, it's nowhere near. But it's the same model.
Yeah, that's the same. It's literally Rad Racer was a big game, man. Because a lot of these games were very similar.
And guys, we're not talking about the standard Mario Karts. We're not talking about anything like that. So yeah, we're talking about games that were. Yeah, boy. You know when you're going downhill and you can. And the joke is, people, as you go down, you go. And when you go back up the hill, you're I mean, he's struggling, man. Like this part here, you know the difference. Could you do manual gears on this?
I can't remember actually.
Yeah, trust me, he's gonna download it in every couple minutes. Yeah, absolute classic. Look at that. But you gotta do, man, you gotta react. And you know, you got the joystick, you go bang, bang, bang. You know what I'm saying? Are you that sort of person that switch off the computer when you're losing?
No, I'm not.
You're not that guy.
I'm the kind of person that would spend
hours
until I completed.
That more Jonathan. You got a rager. You got to have a rager in your crew.
I've never been a rager. It's like I've always had the "you cannot defeat me" attitude. So if it took me 100 times, I'm playing it 100 times until I got it.
So you had no ragers in your crew.
Oh, there was ragers in my crew. I just wasn't one of them.
So he was a rager, or you can't set them out.
Jonathan and his brother David definitely were the ragers. Definitely the ragers. them man would put off the console and switch off the TV, boy. While all four of us are playing, me and Chris would just be sitting there like, "Why are you doing that?"
That was the problem with back in the day, bro.
Yeah.
And the thing is, with nowadays games, you get punished for switching off.
Yeah. Your account gets blocked.
Yeah. So back in the day, it was like
just reset. Yeah,
bro. And you remember you had the reset button on top of it, but right on top of the machine. And the worst thing is if the person owns a machine.
And the thing is, those cartridges used to be so fickle, right? So like you always have to be blowing them, like as if there was dust in it. Sometimes there was no dust, but you just thought if I blow it, it might work.
It might work better. You know what I'm saying? Another, I think, you remember Sega? Yes. I think this was a game changer, which I don't think people respected. You remember, again, I'm a Sega guy, so I had this on the Mega Drive and I had a super duper massive thing to do the technology, but VR racing. So you must have saw this in the arcades.
Yeah,
bro, these graphics are revolutionary back in the day. Bro, this was straight revolution. No revolution going on here. Absolute revolutionary. This was before the PlayStations and stuff came out. And it was like, this was the last top. This was the last. This is how far you could go in the cartridge, bro. And they had to bring a double-sized cartridge just for this to play. And they tried that Mega CD thing.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Waste of time.
No, but these kind of games, man. Like I said, it's like the time you put in them, man, you just get so much enjoyment out of them.
And bro, it looks so basic now.
100% looks so basic.
Bro, I don't know if it's because our technology minds were so underdeveloped.
Yeah, possibly.
Because you got to think about it. When I would leave in school, that's the first time I saw a color screen. You know what I'm saying? And we were just on Paint, learning how to
paint.
We was in there. I was doing posters with color, draw tree at college. And the first time I went to the internet, I was at uni. You know what I mean? So, we suffered.
Wow.
We suffered,
big
bro.
Games, man.
Bro. And then you look at your little children now, bro. They got internet from since they're born, bro.
They got it easy now compared, bro. Easy now. Absolute
crazy. Yeah, guys, we just did an escapism show for you in tech, gaming wise. And you know what, guys, I don't know why we didn't do this. Oh, 1 second. Oh my goodness sake, I forgot to do this because no one talks about this game. International. This was the game. I don't know if this is above Mark's pay grade. Yeah, I mean, this is the game. International Karate was the game. Have you played this?
I played that one, and the one I used to play at the time as well.
Wait, said it. It's like this is a bad boy game,
They had the Karate Kids game as well, which was very good, and you had a picture of Daniel's son and Mr. Miyagi on the front. It's so good. This
was a game, bro. Let me see. We get to that level when the part I love when you get the balls bouncing to you. this here, yo, bro. Listen.
It was so basic what you had to do, bro. It was so easy.
Oh, bro. Listen, absolute big up. Okay. Listen, I know Mark's gonna do a search. He won't get this game. This game, I know, is not available.
I can get any game.
No, I'm telling you straight.
Listen, let me show the people this thing.
Go. Load. Let it go. Give some explanations. Do it.
If you're still into retro games like I am, you can buy. You've probably seen these on like Instagram, TikTok. They're going, and basically they're just like handheld retro machines, which are very similar to what Game Boys would have been like back in the day. So they're not by Nintendo or Sega. They're literally, you got random companies now just popping up and creating them. This one here is called the Retroid Pocket Classic.
Okay, come on.
And it can literally play all of the consoles that you've heard us mention today. So all the Commodores, the Amigas, the Spectrums, you can play them on this.
No way, bro. I don't believe this, man. I don't believe.
The N64.
So you have to download the game. You have to download it.
All the games. There's websites now where you can download them from.
So what's the operating system on it?
So this is an Android-based system, and then you basically will download the back ends and the front ends and all that kind of stuff on there. So I'll send Roger some screenshots so he can include it on here as I'm talking. But as you're seeing, bro, literally,
you can turn that around, man. They see that, man. Turn it around. Yeah, just where you are. Ooh. Come more towards us.
That's what I'm saying.
It's more. Yeah, I know what you're saying.
I'm gonna send the screenshots. I'll do some screen recordings. I'll send them, and as I'm talking through them, you can just kind of put it up on screen. But literally, you got your N64 on there, DS, Nintendo, Game Boy. I haven't done any of the older consoles that we talked about, but literally all of them can fit onto. I might even have something on my phone actually, which I can show you in terms of the kind of games that you can actually play on it, because a lot of the old games will play on those systems, because you got to remember those systems, as much as we rinsed those games, they were very small. So like even some of the games that we've been talking about today, in terms of file size, they were probably about 200 kilobytes back in those days. So they were not big like games or whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? But literally you could put all those games onto here now. So I've, like I said, on here right now, I've got everything from the NES up until the PS1. So you actually all the Nintendo consoles, the Sega consoles, you got your Sega Saturn as well, and all those kind of stuff. And literally,
okay, right, guys, it's his mission. By the time it comes to his next tech thing, Bob, bring me international. I know he can't find that one. International car. Bring me Populous on the Master System, and bring me International Karate Kid. And if you think you're a bad boy, bring me Sensible Soccer.
Listen, if you had told me this, we would have had this ready today.
Listen, don't worry, guys. We're going to give him plenty of time to do 5,000 Android downloads, crash his thing, blue screen
we would have had this today.
He would blue screen his device up all day long, you know what I'm saying? And the thing crashed, and he has to send it back to the warranty. It takes good 2 years. There's no way, bro, you're going to get all that, bro, on that little something.
I'm telling you, I can get all of this on there right now.
Bad boy screen, though, blood. Like,
it is, bro. I'm telling you.
You got Dreamcast on there. Nah, bro, don't do that to me, bro. Oh my goodness sake.
There's a lot of classic stuff you can play on it. I'm telling you. Once you know what they are, then you can play
Sega Saturn, Bomberman. Oh my goodness sake. PlayStation, PSP, Nintendo 64, Nintendo DS.
I told you.
Game Boy Advance, GameCube, Nintendo, Switch, Dreamcast. Oh my gosh, let's start. Dream, Sega Genesis, you know. Man, no biggie around here, you know what I mean? Anybody who knows Sega Saturn.
A lot of them are going to be classic.
PlayStation.
You can literally put whatever you want to put on there without any problems whatsoever.
Nintendo, Game Boy Advance. Oh, bro, if I ever bought out Neo Geo, I'll be like, nah.
Neo Geo, you can get that on there as well.
Bro, no.
So that's going to be my next thing. When we do one of these videos, I'm going to come back. Roger's going to give me.
Yeah,
say, Marx,
we'll set up the screen. Yeah, we're gonna
set it up.
We'll set it up.
See.
Yeah, cool. We set it up. We set that up anyway. So yeah. But listen, guys, that's the retro gaming element of this tech show. We'll get off right now because we're gonna before DJ Nadlux tells us off for doing too long a talk there still. But listen, hopefully you enjoyed the show. If you're listening in, you would have heard a load of names you might remember from back in the past. Do check out the YouTube video because when you see it on the screen, it'll just be. Just, you know, when you're in the bad place, you just want to be reminded of the good old days. You know what I mean? When you had no bills over your head, your parents bought you stuff, all that stuff. You didn't realize how expensive to get. You know, you was downstairs, you had one gas fire to warm the house. You know what I mean? So you was in the main living room, gas fire on. Mom and dad's gone out. You're on school holidays, and you're just rinsing games all day, rinsing games all day long. That was the life. And now all we do is stress out and pay bills. Listen, bro, word up for that, man. Listen, guys, nothing but love. It's Roger and Marx here on Tech Xtra. Doing it, keeping it 100.
See you later.
What's going on, people? I'm DJ H here. Make sure you check out all the stuff Affinity Xtra's got going on, man. We've got loads of content, loads of things coming out. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the channel, you know. Listen. Don't go anywhere, you know. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Subscribe is the main thing. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, like it, and share it with your brethren, yeah?